Greetings, welcome to Kinesiology 111, section 002. We are now in week 4, session 2 lecture, and today we'll be talking specifically about positive and negative phases of single joint movements. The last presentation we talked a little bit about how you have concentric, eccentric, and isometric phasing in muscle contraction. You may recall concentric, the muscle is contracting while the joint is closing. Eccentric, the muscle is contracting, but the actual joint and the muscle is elongating. And then lastly, you'll have isometric where the muscle is contracting, but there is no movement. So where this becomes a little bit easier to see is when you look at that bicep curl like we used as the example, and you look at it now in terms of, instead of concentric, eccentric, isometric, sometimes it's easier to see positive and negative phasing. Really easy to see in a bicep curl. So when you're doing a bicep curl and the individual is, let's hope this guy fires up here, and the bicep curl exercise and the individual closes the elbow joint while raising the bar up, they are in essence going through concentric to eccentric. So concentric, eccentric. See that as the individual is curling the bar up, concentric phase, eccentric phase, concentric phase, eccentric phase. But the other way to think of this is the positive phase is when the muscle is contracting. And you're working in terms of no longer concentric, eccentric, but you now are thinking positive, negative, positive, negative. The reason why this becomes important is for a bicep curl where it's a single joint movement, it's super easy to see. But when you get into an exercise where it's a multi-joint exercise, like we'll see in our next lecture, it's a little bit more complicated to determine what's concentric, what's eccentric, what's isometric, and sometimes it's just easier to see positive and negative phasing of an exercise. Got it? Get it? Good. Thanks, guys.